Hey, Donovan.
Hey, Sarah. How you doing?
I was talking to Don Sterling and Steve Starks, and they said that 2018 on a flight to LA before All-Star there, you were signing jerseys, and they were talking about we're putting a bid in to get
Yep.
the 2023 All-Star game. And they talked about how special it is that even though you're not with the Jazz, that you actually were able to be here for that and see it come full circle. Did it feel like a whole full circle thing for you?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, you grow up here as a player, as a person, as a man, and then to be back here as a starter. It's one of those things like I said, I was a Cleveland fan growing up, so that's a full circle moment. You have all these full circle moments in Cleveland, and then to come back here for All-Star, it's almost like it makes sense. And I think it's truly special. I'm honored to be here, honored to be back, and the love you receive is awesome.
Hey, Don, what's up? Cleveland, or with Cleveland, you guys finished 8-2 before the break.
Yep.
Is there anything in particular you think that you all need to do as a team to be in that top-tier contenders, or do you feel like you're already there?
I feel like we are, but I feel like we have to do a lot to stay there, continuously stay there. I feel like we believe in it. We have a group that's dedicated to winning, and there's certain things we have to learn. We learn about each other. It's not going to be all sunshines and rainbows with us. We're still a team that's young, but we also figure each other out in the same way. So we're doing a lot of good, and there's a lot more we can do to be even better. So for me, I think as a leader of that team, just continuing to take it day by day, step by step. And we have a great coaching staff, great guys in the locker room that makes that easy every day. And we got to take care of business coming out of the break.
Fourth row towards the left side.
Hey, Donovan. There was a time in that game where Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum went one-on-one a few times, and the crowd got really into it.
Yeah.
Do you think that the NBA should start doing a one-on-one competition at All-Star break?
I think it'd be exciting to watch. I don't know what you'll get out of that. I think the best battles happen when none of y'all are watching, to be honest. I think that's something that as athletes we really keep, as a group. I think as everybody wants to see it, we see it on Twitter all the time, who would win, who would do this, but I think it's something that would be, what you guys saw tonight with Jason and Jaylen is what I saw at Team USA practice. I can only imagine how many times in Boston Celtics practices, but I think the best battles come, behind closed doors, and there's trash talk and there's a little more grit to it. I think it would be cool, but I don't know how much you would be able to get out of it if I'm being honest.
Standing in the back right.
Francisco Vasquez from Univision. Welcome back, Donovan.
Thank you.
I'm guessing a lot of emotions this weekend. What was your favorite moment being back to, it was your home 5 years?
A few things. I had a comedy show on Thursday that my mom really locked in and put together, and all the proceeds went to Kearns High School out here in Utah. I think that for me is one of my more prouder moments, still being able to give back even though I'm not here. That's forever going to stay with me, and I appreciate every comedian that was able to come on such short notice to help for a great cause. Everybody who came to the show, I think that's something for me that really hits home. All-Star practice, being able to see the fans, I think was pretty dope. And then the game, it's one of those things, like my first time as a starter, you never forget. Like I said, I came in here as a young kid and starting to grow up a little bit, and for me to be here in this moment, in this position, God is good, and I'm forever grateful.
Dave here in this corner.
Donovan, you got one fan vote for MVP. Jason took home the other 11. What was it like? There was a time in the third quarter it was like it was going to be your game, it was going to be his game. What's that feeling like when you both are starting to feel it? And what do you think of Jason's night?
We were talking about it. It was like, all right, let's go get it. And at the end of the day, he caught fire, and it's all love. Like I said in the post game, like Jason and I have been playing on the same teams or different teams since high school. Like whether it's at certain games, so it's one of those things you really got to appreciate. You sit back and watch, and there was a point in time I was like, hey, I need one assist, and that's why I handed the ball back to him, and he ended up shooting it and making it. So it's all love, but at the end of the day, we're competitors too, and we wanted to both go get it, and he got it, and I'm happy as hell for him. He's taking that step, and you see it with what he's doing over there in Boston, and as a group, as Cleveland Cavaliers, we're trying to continue to ascend to get to that point. So it's also motivating, and it's great to be around.
Sarah up front.
Donovan, that lob that you threw to Lowry early on in the game,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you guys talked about that at all, or if
Nah,
that was
it just
in the moment.
formulated, and like I said, it's one of those things. It's just those moments, you know. It's just like it's funny how those things work. And like I said, I've known a lot of these guys since high school. I've known Laurie for a while, and it's great to see him out here thriving. And it was great to have that moment for sure.
Standing to the
Donovan,
right.
Law Murray at The Athletic. As someone who scored 71 points this season, and obviously you see all the All-Star game, I know defense is probably the last thing that we can talk about.
I
but
tried to play defense today too. I was trying picking up full court.
I know how you came into this league. You know what I'm saying?
on
So
now.
I got to ask about defense and how we might look at the game 25 years from now. You see, this is one of the most efficient offensive seasons, right? So when you think about the future of the game, what do you think the next step is for defense to catch up to the offense?
It's a great question. I don't know. I think, you know, maybe the game evolves to being a little more physical like it was back in the day. You know, a lot more hand checking and maybe freedom of movement goes away. Maybe it doesn't. I don't really know. I think that probably my answer is maybe the physicality, on ball, off ball, getting through screens. You know, certain things are taken out of the game. You look at, since I've been in the league, they took out the, what do you do when you stop behind and shoot? You know, and you grab the arm or whatever it is. Like, you know, so you look at that. They're trying to find ways to, you know, take that out of the game offensively. But it's tough. You got 450 other best players in this world. It's tough to, you know, confine guys offensively when you have that space. You have no defensive 3 seconds. You have shooting. Steph Curry's made it to a point where people are shooting from beyond half court like you saw tonight. I think all of us tried it at least once tonight. So it's tough. And, you know, if you got to guard somebody at half court, they have more free room to get by you, to get downhill. Now the defense collapses, and now you got to, you know, scramble. So it's tough, but, you know, I think maybe a little more physicality. I speak that way because I'm a physical guard, but maybe somebody else has a different answer.
Standing in the back right.
Here, Mitchell, Jesus Rodriguez with Univision. Back in 2020, when your grandma passes away, you dedicate a very emotional message to her, including that your desire for her to teach you how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And that made a very strong connection with our Latino community, and we would love to hear more about it, including the Panama flag that
Yeah.
you have in your neck.
So I made this, I got this right after. It has my name, my sister's name, and my mom's name, my grandmother's name, obviously Blossom Wright. It was the day before my birthday when she passed. And, you know, I grew up in her house, her home. And, you know, I don't want to say I was a fluent Spanish speaker, but she was teaching me things, you know, day by day as I got older, to the point where I was killing everybody in class and in Spanish class. But then you mix that, my dad working for the Mets, so being around a lot of Hispanic baseball players, I was really getting it from, you know, different people. You know, I think, and for me, just being able to have this, wear this, and show my love for someone who, you know, came over here on a boat, you know, didn't have much, set the foundation for my family. And for me to be the first one to graduate, you know, college, I'm not graduate, sorry, Jesus Christ. My mom be the first one to graduate college. My sister is right behind her, and I'm trying to do the same as well. There's no Donovan Mitchell without Blossom, right? You know, you guys don't see me. She took us in when we really didn't have different things, and, you know, I'm glad that people, you know, are starting to notice this, because like I said, there's none of this. There's no Donovan, there's no Nicole Mitchell, there's no Jordan Mitchell, there's none of that without her, and, you know, she's forever in my heart.
Kyle, on the right side.
Hey, Donovan. Shifting to the game, you know, that format of selecting, LeBron sort of likened it to the playground, old school style, but I'm sure, you know, when it's more fun when you're doing the picking. What was it like for you kind of sitting there watching the guys go and sort of gaming out how it was going to go for you?
I mean, I was like, look, I'm either going to get 40 points or shoot 40 shots tonight. I don't care whose team I'm on. That was the mindset tonight. So I'm kind of joking, but I'm not. But for me, it was cool. Like, it was cool to be out there, you know, and I think it's one of those things that just brings more excitement to the All-Star game. You see the jokes, the laughter, you know, that came with it, the uncertainty, guys having to switch locker rooms, different things like that. Giannis coming in there talking like, hey, some of y'all might not be here. Like, you know, it's just like little jokes and stuff like that. So, you know, this work makes you want to work to become, you know, all-star captain. So you get to choose and decide. And, you know, I think it's a lot of fun, and it's great for the fans and great for the game.
Last question, standing on the left side.
Donovan over here, bro.
Yep.
Great game, by the way,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Welcome back to Salt Lake.
Thank you.
I got to ask you about the drip, man. I'm from Detroit originally. And look, you've been getting extra icy with the icewear with the glasses. Is that Cartier glasses?
No. I should know this. Hold on. Give me a second. Sophie Sierra. I got these from a friend of mine, Vic. She knew them and had a connection. And, you know, once I saw them, they have the spider on them, and they made custom ones. I think a few guys throughout the league have them. So, you know, I've never really worn buffs before. And now that I have these, I don't think if y'all notice, I've worn them every day since I've been at All-Star Weekend. So I'll probably get a few more. But, you know, I appreciate them allowing me to wear these and then rock them for free and, you know, hopefully get a few more.
Thank you, Donovan.
I appreciate it.
This concludes.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.